Ready? Now call the meeting of the Carbon County Board of Commissioners to order. Please rise for a moment of silence, prayer, and the Pledge of Allegiance. Dear Heavenly Father, this Memorial Day weekend we remember those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom, and we pray for the men and women who currently stand in the gap for our protection. We also remember the families of our troops and ask for your unique blessings to fill their homes and your peace, provision, and strength to fill their lives. May the members of our armed forces be filled with courage to face each day, and may they trust in the Lord's almighty power to accomplish each task. Let our military brothers and sisters feel our love and support. In the name of Jesus, amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
These proceedings are being recorded for the sole purpose of constituting the accuracy of written minutes. Tapes are reused, eliminating recorded records of these procedures. Approval of the minute of the previous meeting held May 20th, 2021. No change for agenda number 21-242.
Move to approve the minutes with the note change.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Noakes?
Yes, and that was just a spelling correction in the resolution for the board. Okay. Are there any guests concerning county business at this time? Okay. Hearing none, we have a presentation this morning. I'm not sure who wants to go first. We'll start with the Pocono Mountain Vacation Bureau, Chris Barrett, and we have Marlon Kistner with him as well.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman.
Morning.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so we'll get you on camera, Chris.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
I've never been on camera before, so.
If you would hit the push, so you'll have a bright green light. There you go. Good.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, commissioners. It's so great to see you all in person. Good to see everyone else here. This is a presentation that we kind of honed down a little bit just to relate to Carbon County, but it's also provided to our board. So some of it, there is a lot of information in it, which obviously I'll make sure that I condense it all.
Thank you. It was 31 slides, Chris. I can see that. Right.
Yeah. So I heard something about the jail still open, something like that.
Oh, I do have to be out here at 4:30.
But anyway, I will condense it. I just want to highlight a few things. And of course, if anyone needs additional information, we're happy to provide that to you. But I just want to really hit on the highlights of certain things. And also too, that you're seeing the same information that our board is, so that if you have any questions, please stop me. But some slides I'll just say, this is just for your information, and I'll say next slide. And of course, we'll do that. That's okay. And Marlon's actually going to provide a portion of this as well. So I'll just call on her when she's ready. So I'm assuming I just say next slide. Correct. Thank you so much. Okay, next slide, really. See, we're getting faster, right? The one thing, just overall from a financial standpoint, I just wanted to cover this. Thankfully, we weathered the year from a financial perspective much better than we ever thought we would. The hotel tax performed very, very well. If it wasn't for the closures, we probably would have had almost as good a year as 2019. In fact, when you look at the hotel tax and how it's performed over the last 3 to 4 years, it's almost doubled. And predominantly, we think that's been from short-term rental revenues predominantly. And plus our brick and mortar properties are able to charge more, which means there is demand for people to visit the Pocono Mountains. We're seeing this all the way across the board, and Carbon really is one of the best performers. And I would say this, if Doyle Heffley wouldn't have really pushed that short-term rental bill for the hotel tax, I can't thank him enough, and probably everybody across the state should really thank him, because that's one of the reasons why we're seeing such a good performance and increase in the hotel tax. But we did end the year with a strong cash balance, which we are going to invest in additional advertising as we go forward. So I just wanted you to know that. Next slide, please. So what does that really mean? For 2021, our revenues are projected to be 8.8 million. We did two things. We did a best case and worst case scenario for budgeting. So our worst case was 6.8 million. Our best case is 8.8 million. Currently, right now, we're tracking to exceed our best case scenario in hotel tax revenues. We're looking at the first quarter right now. For instance, Monroe's was substantially over our forecast by at least 400,000. So that shows that the reason why I'm kind of really bringing it up is that kind of shows that we'll see continuing demand through 2021, possibly into 2022. People want to visit the Pocono Mountains. We think because of what happened last year, that folks discovered it and rediscovered the Pocono Mountains, and it's going to continue at least through the balance of this year into 2022. Next slide, please. So one of the things I did want to discuss is with the overage. People are saying, okay, what are you going to do with the overage? When we went into the pandemic, we had $2.2 million in the bank. That gave us a strong cushion to be able to continue to market. So now we're going to solidify that into an investment policy. So we'll hold $2 million in reserve for about 20% of our budget. God forbid, in case we get into some type of calamity again, we hope we never see it, but that allows us the ability to be able to market as out of it, basically, because maybe it won't be as broad-based, but it'll be something regional that's just as severe. I mean, I think we all unfortunately remember the Eric Freen thing. We took a very strong decrease in hotel tax revenues because people just weren't coming because they had a fear of visiting us. So those types of reserves will give us the ability to market out of any type of problem that we have. And thankfully, we were able to do it this year. Next slide, please. I think we can actually go to the 7th slide, sir, if you would. So I just want to talk a little bit about our overall marketing strategy. Some of these I'm going to move through very, very quickly, but a lot of times folks will ask us, what is our marketing strategy and who do we target? So we target 3 specific demographics. So our primary demo is a female 35 to 54 who has children. I've been in this position now for about 30 years, and that's very, very little. Females make travel decisions. There's no question about it. And that has not changed in the 30 years that I've been involved in the business. But we also know that we have to develop new markets as some folks age out of our primary demo. So we're going to continue to target adults 18 to 35 who are adventurous and thrill seekers. And right now, honestly, they're fueling a lot of our growth because they love being outside. They love our outdoor activities. They love the rivers. They love the state and federal parks. It's a really strong piece for us, and they're going to age into our primary demo. So we're developing that now. Then the tertiary demo being the grandparents. Grandparents have disposable income, so they're helping the primary demo to fund the vacations. And that's kind of how our overall strategy flows out and will continue to flow out until we see a change within the market. I think we can go to slide 11 if we could. And I'm going to actually ask Marlon to cover a good portion of that.
Switch it out here. Okay, next slide. Thank you, Chris. Oh, can we hit the next slide? There you go. Okay, great. So as Chris said, just kind of circling back, a few things that I'm focusing on really is our membership and our community relations. So we have a very strong sales team. As you see, things are happening again in the Poconos. So we're getting some requests for bigger meetings, which is huge. And that's really important to us. And we see that opening up. At this time, we have a little over 400 active members, and that's as of this month. And we've enhanced our member packets, member support. And for me, that's really important. You know, many of you know in the past with the chamber, it's really important for me to touch base with all of our businesses, be able to meet with them one-on-one. And that's been something I've been able to do and bring to the PMVB, which has been awesome. Our visitor centers, as you can see, we are definitely way up in operation, hosting over 46,000 visitors in Jim Thorpe. And over 7,000 up at the lake in Wallenpaupack. But again, we know Jim Thorpe is a big, big county seat here, and we know it's a huge attraction. Just coming into town today, we're seeing, you know, the activity. Next slide, please. This is just a very quick look at our packet of information. We have, really been able to drill down to our members and really support them. So whether they're a vacation home, an accommodations, a restaurant, again, I think it's just that one-on-one that we're able to do to support them. And I did bring some packets just to give you guys so that you can hold on to them and take a look at them at your leisure. But again, our goal is to really make it simple and to make people feel that, we're here to help them market. A lot of our small businesses don't have the marketing dollars. We do. So we have that ability, and Chris gives us that support to be able to help them with everything from their website to their logos to their social media. So that's been really great for me. Next slide, please. So really, I wanted to also update everybody as to how many members we have in our footprint here. So we have 91 members with the PMVB. 76 of those are hospitality and tourism, and we have 15 nonprofits. So again, these are the folks that we work with one-on-one. We help with training, again, keeping connections with CCEDC, my friends at the Chamber and Economic Development. But then any nonprofit in this county that needs that support, we're absolutely there for them. Community connections, of course, making sure we're supporting Gyp Thorpe events with signage, also with security. We know coming in and having the big events happening, we want to make sure we're supporting the police department and the security, as well as signage. Carbon County monthly meetings, I have to say thank you so much to all of you, the commissioners, for having that monthly meeting. It was amazing. It kept all of us together, and it really helped us spread our word. And I'm actually going to miss them, I'll be honest. So I thank you for that. Our CCEDC partnership, ongoing with initiatives supporting the industry, chamber events. We just did a huge job fair. That again, we know right now it was a bit of a challenge, right? But we're going to keep on doing these things to support. We also have a job portal that we're going to continue to put out there for our industry. And then again, webinars, one-on-one training. So good to go there. And I think, Chris, I might be handing it back over to you.
Thank you, Marlon, and commissioners and everybody. I just wanted to say that I probably should have said this in the beginning. I feel like one of our strongest partnerships are with the Chamber, Kathy, and your organization. To us, it's one of the strongest partnerships that we have. So I'm grateful for you guys and the relationship there. So next slide, please. Just to mention that right now, a number of our initiatives are centering around diversity, equity, and inclusion. We have a lot of folks who are visiting us that, for instance, are Latino and speak Spanish. And our population in Monroe County has grown, I think with the last census, over, I think 20,000 folks out of 160,000 are Latino. So we're doing a lot with Spanish content. We're buying Telemundo in New York and Philadelphia. So we want to make sure that our businesses are able to greet that guest, speak that language, be able to, for instance, that's just one aspect of it, but we're putting training programs in place to be able to help our members embrace diversity, equity, and inclusion. So that's a huge plan for us moving forward. I think we can go to slide 17, sir. Actually 18, if you wouldn't mind. Good. So I just want to talk a little bit about our budget and our strategy going forward. And just to say that, again, we had a best and worst case budget scenario, not knowing what 2021 is going to look like. We're actually, from an advertising standpoint, looking to be at the best case scenario for 2021, which means, and there's some slides here that relate to what markets that we will be spending in. So if we could go to summer, fall, actually slide 18 will give us that. Okay, this is probably better. So the marketing executive summary on where we will be spending and what we'll be spending on over the next 30, 60, and 90 days. And this is kind of critical because it's one of our bigger revenue generating points. Our spring campaigns are running. Some of you may have seen that we're really partnering extremely heavily with the race. Now with the race being open and able to book to 100% capacity, that's a huge, huge piece for us moving forward. So we're co-sponsoring the race in the Pocono Mountain 350, Explore the Pocono Mountains. That's a huge piece for us reopening. And a lot of our campaigns are really centering around that in all markets. And our markets right now predominantly are Philadelphia, New York, this market, Harrisburg, Lebanon, Lancaster, York, Baltimore, and Washington that we are spending dollars in. We're also spending dollars in Johnstown, Altoona, when the 72-hour order came out and the 14-day order. We didn't think it was right to spend anywhere besides Pennsylvania. So we discontinued spending in New York and Philadelphia and started to buy Johnstown, Altoona. And believe it or not, portions of that market are fairly affluent. So we're continuing to see some strong numbers from Johnstown, Altoona. So we're going to continue to test that as we go forward. And it's actually really cost effective. So for the 30, 60, and 90 days, that's kind of really what we're going to be concentrating on. You've seen kind of what our methodology is as far as how we run spots. That will continue. One of the only changes here is our job portal. So we've developed a job portal that now we're going to open up for any business within the Pocono Mountains. And it's a free job portal. Anybody can access it on our website at poconomountains.com and upload any available job that they have. And we're actually putting marketing dollars behind that to get folks to jump onto the job portal and apply for jobs. So now we know the work rules are going to change shortly. So that's going to continue to be a feature for us moving forward. And again, it's a free portal. So any employer can access it. Our members can, but any of the chamber businesses, anybody really can access it and upload ads to that. So we're going to continue to keep pushing that as time goes forward. Then we're going to launch our summer campaign, which actually we're kind of really out right now. We're shooting spots for that. Like I wish we were out shooting today. It's such a beautiful day. And then our fall campaign in 90 days. The one thing about the fall is last year we just had a tremendous fall. I mean, the weather was perfect. You know, the leaves were amazing. I mean, it was just an amazing fall. So we also saw something we've never seen before is we've seen attendance that was almost equivalent every day. So instead of just Friday and Saturday being strong days for us, every day was, because people could work or school from anywhere, as we all know. And that we feel that that's probably going to continue at least for some time, at least into 2021. So we can go to 20 and then to 21. There's some things here, just click on one show. This is just some of our creative on our summer and spring campaigns. You also may have seen our vaccination campaigns, which we continue to run, and I'll talk about that a little bit more. Our job portal, outdoor activities, midweek travel, dining in small towns. When I say small towns, we concentrate very specifically on the experience of our small towns because it's incredibly important. So Jim Thorpe, Stroudsburg, Hawley, Honesdale, Milford, they're really important parts of what the Pocono Mountains is. So we have campaigns that specifically target those things. And just kind of some of to the top, you can see our digital, our mobile, outdoor, and television. Just kind of gives you an example of that. Can we go to slide 21, please? Thank you, sir. Just a social media update. This is how many folks we have opted into each one of our social media feeds. So our process is very distinct. We have a traditional media piece, and we also have a social media piece and traditional. So traditional is television predominantly, digital is digital, and then we also have a social component. All three of them sync together. So the social component you're seeing here is how many folks are opted into each one of our feeds. So anytime a spot goes out related to small towns, there's also a piece of it that relates to social that syncs at the same time. So it's a campaign format. And right now we have 438,000 folks, for instance, opted into our Facebook feeds. And you can see all the rest through it. We're actually growing our YouTube following. That seems really small at the moment, but we're continuing to grow that. And I'll talk about why in a couple of minutes. But Facebook continues to be strong for us because it's a strong female usage. So it totally makes sense. We can also stream live to all of those, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So can we go to 23, sir, if we could? These are some people say, okay, in your summer campaign, who are you going to buy? These are some of the stations that we're on right now. You can see them. I named the areas that we're in. Johnstown, Altoona is the newest, but the rest of them you can just kind of see. We're in every market now moving forward pretty much until the end of the year. Can we do slide 24, sir? Thank you. Okay, this is what I really want to talk about a little bit more. The Pocono Television Network is really expanding fairly dramatically. So right now on cable, we're in about 800,000 homes. on 5 separate cable systems, one of them being Blue Ridge, where we have a fixed channel position at 734. Service Electric and RCN are the other larger ones. We're also negotiating with 4 systems in Long Island and in New Jersey. We're also negotiating with someone in Philadelphia. We'll see how that goes. But we continue to add more and more households as time goes forward. The biggest piece of news here is that we're now live on Roku, Fire TV, and we'll also be on Apple TV probably within the next month. And we're broadcast live now on WDPN, Wilmington, Philadelphia, 365, 24/7. So we are now a broadcast station. We're broadcasting right alongside PVI and everybody else in the Philadelphia market. We're negotiating in this market for a digital channel and also in New York. We're also going to look at Hilly. So we'll be adding those going forward. So total, right now we're in 3.2 million homes with our broadcast station. And that's going to continue probably within the next 6 months. We'll hopefully be able to announce a large partnership with a local advertiser that will enhance our content capability sharing and our coverage. So next, can we go to slide 28, sir? Thank you. 2 things I just want to really talk about very quickly are our advocacy pieces. And I know Marlon said this, but it was a joy to, I mean, it was a horrible situation, but it was a joy to work with this county, with all you commissioners and with everybody here. You guys were awesome. So, you know, we feel that we have to really serve the community as best we can. When we say we want to serve nonprofits in our counties, they're our primary stakeholders. So anything that we can do, we're happy to do it. Please ask us anytime. You know, we'll help it as best we can. We have a number of initiatives going on right now. They want to report over the next couple months. One of them is a PA Tourism Coalition. And we're hoping that we're able to, now once we get past the pandemic, prevail upon our administration. You guys totally get this, but prevail upon our administration that, okay, tourism is really important. Before you shut down our industry, here's some things you may want to consider. The governor was very myopic in how that whole process rolled out. Unfortunately, that really did hurt our industry. Our industry wanted to come alongside of government. So with our coalition, and you guys were great at that. I mean, you guys should be really a prime example on how that's really done. And it can be done. So that's one of the things we want to move forward with. And that's from an advocacy standpoint, one of the biggest things that we want to talk about. On slide 29, I just want to kind of reinforce this. Our community involvement. We continue to do PSAs related to COVID vaccine education in partnership with all of our health systems. We're restarting all of our litter cleanup programs. We've done some of them already. And we're going to continue to operate our television system to help our nonprofits. So if nonprofits need extra support in any events or they just want to get their message out, we're happy to do that. We produce a 1-hour program every month, Pocono Mountains Magazine, and it runs like on all of our systems. So we're happy to spotlight any nonprofit that needs a little bit of additional help. Okay, so if we can go to slide 32, I'm going to go through some of these incredibly fast. What I wanted to do is show you, this is the STAR report, which is the Smith Travel Report. This gives an indication of how we compare to other regions in the Commonwealth as far as bookings, occupancy of our properties, the rate that each one of the rooms are charging. So the Pocono Mountains is highlighted. So you could see for the month of April, and this is April 20 versus April 21, we were at 54%, but in occupancy in the first column. But I want to really direct you to the third column, which is ADR, which is average daily rate. So we were 54% occupancy, charging an average of $218 per room for that month. Now I'd like to show you Philadelphia. Philadelphia was at 40%, charging $102 per room. And Pittsburgh was charging $89 per room at 37% occupancy. So right now, clearly the Pocono Mountains leads the state in ADR. So we're charging more for every room sold than any other property in the Commonwealth. And as far as occupancy, our occupancy is not as high as, say, the Lehigh Valleys, but one of the things I'd like to point out, the Lehigh Valley is at 62% occupancy, but they're only charging $84 per room. So our revenue yields are incredibly high. And we also subscribe to, and that's what the next number of slides is, I won't go into all of them, but for this, we also subscribe to a service that gives us short-term rental numbers. And our short-term rental numbers are seeing the same growth. So our occupancy is up geometrically, and the rate that we're charging for rooms and individual housing is way up. So that's yielding more tax, but it's also an indicator of the type of guest who's coming in. That guest is affluent and they're spending while they're here. So a lot of times people will say tourism doesn't generate anything. That's the numbers are right there. This is only 35% of our market reporting. So our larger properties do not report to this. Now Great Wolf does, but Camelback and Kalahari, they do not. And they're charging much more than Great Wolf. So it's a good sample, I guess, but it kind of shows a little bit of, again, how much people really love the Pocono Mountains and that they want to visit us, and we're growing, which is awesome. So can we go to slide, gosh, I must be getting 37, I need glasses. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, can we go to 36 first, and then I'll wrap really quickly. One of the things I will send this out to anybody who would request it, and Mr. Chairman, I'll send it to you guys too. We have a marketing dashboard that's updated in real time. So all of these numbers I've just quoted, if there's anything that you ever want to see at any given time, you can just hop right on there and take a look. We're constantly changing this. It's always changed in real time. It's available to our board and it's available to our membership. And anybody in the public can really take a look at it at any time. And we encourage it because it gives you a lot of great numbers as far as how we're doing. Not only comparing to ourselves year over year, but to our contemporaries within Pennsylvania. So anytime you want to take a look at that, please do so, and I'll make sure you get that link. Now, if we could go to 37, that would be great. Thank you. So what we did was we took a look at, because I get asked this every once in a while from each individual county, how much is being spent directly in services and in media per county. So some of this is fair, the numbers are exact, some of them they're fairly close. So in actual media spend value for Carbon County for 19, so we're going to compare 19 to 20 here, and then I'll give you some 21 numbers as well. The overall media spend was about 628,000 on traditional, digital, and social, because we do pay for social placement as well. Next slide, please. And as you know, we also operate the visitor center here in the county, and we also underwrite some other expenses for CCEDC, the visitor center, which is our direct expense, support for Jim Thorpe safety, which we're very committed to because we feel that if there's any expense related to safety and guest comfort, we have to help the Jim Thorpe with that, and we absolutely will. So that wasn't as much as in 19, but it's going to be much. It was much more in 20, and it'll be much more in 21. And then with the hotel tax awards, PMVB does supplement some of that funding for projects that are really good, like the Carbon County Fair in 19. We just took over all their marketing and just did it, certain parts of it, because it's a great product, and we just wanted to help them as much as we could. So taking the 628 and the 273, the total spend was about 901,000 in 2019. So can we go to the next slide, please? So 20 is a little bit more dicey. And we broke it out a little bit more as far as social with the spends were, and some of parts of it do include 2020. But the 2021 and 20 spends for media was about 436,000. Because we were off the air for a lot of months, you would expect that the spend would be much lower. We were restricted, and we really didn't want to advertise outside of Pennsylvania for folks to come in with COVID. We just didn't feel ethically it was the right thing to do. But some of it is also related to, you probably saw some of our spots that says we'll be back when you're ready. So we did pay for some of those as well, some of our PSAs. That was 436,000. Next slide, please. So this is the final slide. And this was some of the direct support that I outlined in 19. Some of that did go up. Some of it was the same. So CREDIC again was at 67,000. Visitor Center at 139. Support for JT Safety was 40. That's an estimate. We actually probably spent more. Then the hotel tax awards were slightly lower because again, we didn't have the events. So that spend was about 704,000. So in total, the spend probably averages between 700 and 900,000 over the last few years. So that's my report for you, Mr. Chairman and commissioners. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Review real quick. Anything for Pocono Mountain?
I do have one question. We were talking about your tertiary and your primary marketing campaign. That middle one is me. And you're talking about increasing your social media. Is there any numbers correlating to how effective your social media is to 18 to 35?
So when you look at the Instagram numbers, for instance, and that opt-in's about 171,000, that totally relates. So in your demographic and age, most are using Insta, Snapchat. We're also developing a lot with TikTok right now, and Insta TV is really, some of the views, we put up a waterfall scene that was 23 seconds. It got 5,600 views in an hour. Just people watching a waterfall for 23 seconds. Then we put an 8-minute one on, that got more views. So people love waterfalls, they love nature, they love our area. And it's really, that kind of transcends any age, but in your age range, it's more so Insta, TikTok and Snap, and we're seeing that grow like pretty geometrically.
And I guess my last question, I don't know what your social media spending is, hypothetically speaking, 10, 20%. In how many years do you see that becoming your primary spending versus someone like me who, maybe my children might not ever have cable. So,
Did you say that?
Yeah, I can't believe it, right? I'm recording, but
It's on camera, George. You heard it there.
All right, there's Kim. I'm here 2 weeks.
I'm messing with it.
My girlfriend does all the planning, so that is correct with the female thing, but she's doing it all on social media.
No, you're right, and you're 100% right on that. That's why we're really depending on PTN to be our next step, because we're actually decreasing our traditional spend. You're right on target with that. Even though television is still a large reach medium, it is declining. Radio is declining geometrically. That's why they're all going to podcasting and streaming. That's what we're doing with PTN. So even though we do have a broadcast component, we're really pushing Roku, we're pushing Amazon Fire, Apple TV. We're going to get up on a couple of other streaming services because you're right. Sooner or later, unfortunately, people won't be connected at all. And their only choice will be to stream real content. And that's why and it's a good question. We're also investing a lot in creating content. So a lot of times people say, well, man, you're spending $500,000 on production. Yes, because people want to see that waterfall for 8 minutes. They want to see, if you're going to do the right type of content that's going to attract people to come here, it has to be color corrected. It has to look good. The sound has to be great. Well, all those things. So that's kind of what we're investing in right now, because you're right. Sooner or later, that shift is going to accelerate. And probably within the next 2 to 3 years, people are more used to consuming video content for meetings. It's going to change a lot faster.
That's all I have. Thank you, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Kathy Henderson, Economic Development, or you both coming?
Yep, we're both up.
Okay.
Alice comes in first.
Okay.
It was nice knowing you.
I mean, one of you guys might be hiring me. I might not hold this anymore.
You better edit your tape. Just a suggestion.
I think that's it.
I only put it on myself.
Okay, Alice.
Good morning, Commissioners. Thank you so much for inviting us and all of your support over the last year. We do have a few slides and just some information to go over from the Carbon Chamber and Economic Development Corporation. As you can see, the staff listed up there, we have added Kylie Adams, our Assistant Vice President, to the team. And then still with Kathy Henderson, our Director of Economic Development, she'll report in just a moment, and Linda Rex, our Administrative Assistant. So next slide, please. The CCEDC really did maintain a positive financial year in 2020, surprisingly. We had great support from our partners. Many of our small businesses and large businesses that you see up here continue their membership and continue to invest in the community. 525 Carbon County-based businesses is our current membership. And we really are looking at, again, supporting those nonprofits throughout the county. Many of them are members of the Chamber as well. And then Kathy does work directly with a lot of our manufacturers and real estate who are helping to develop the county in a smart way. The next slide, please. Marketing with our partners. I'm not really going to get too far deep into it. Chris did really cover a lot of it. This is just one of the Find Your Fun campaigns that the Chamber has done. We are investing currently with Find Your Fun PA and Fun New Jersey, as well as our campaign with Adams Outdoor Advertising, which you will see return coming this summer down in the valley and up on the turnpike. Next slide, please. I really did want to just take a moment and step back and look at all the things we did for the members of the community as well as our members throughout Carbon County this past year. We really did make a splash on our social media as well as our website with the COVID information that we provided. A lot of it was for members directly, but we also provided it free for members of the community. All businesses in Carbon County were able to take advantage of our COVID-19 page, whether they were open, reopen, providing to go or take out services throughout the county. And some of the items that you see up on the screen really are just how we helped market throughout the county. The Pocono Promise, of course, took center stage as we partnered with the Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau on maintaining a safe environment while you were visiting Carbon County. Next slide, please. Last May, as we safely entered the yellow phase here in Carbon County, it seems like forever ago, but we did celebrate Carbon County Strong, and we continue to use this as a great resource here in the county. You know, we get the question all the time, how many businesses have closed due to COVID? And really the answer is less than a handful directly related to COVID. And that is because the community came out strong and really supported their neighbors as their neighbors have supported them throughout the years. So not only did we host a wonderful day in the park in Lehighton, you know, really getting outdoors and getting together, but we gave grants to local community businesses, which really that program continues. The t-shirts are still available, and we are using Carbon County Strong currently in our marketing. Next slide, please. So we wanted to take a moment and thank the commissioners. I know in the last 2 weeks, we've had 3 to 5 in-person events, and you've all been at least one of them, if not all of them. We want to thank you for your continued support at these events. The ribbon cutting that's up there from Schoenenberger's out in Palmerton, you know, they were so grateful to have you present and be there. And we look forward to continuing them throughout the summer. When we look at our calendar, it's full, so be ready. We have a lot of businesses that have been waiting to open their doors and really make a splash. And we look forward to doing that with the commissioners. And the next one is also ribbon cutting. That was the one in Lehighton at Wine and More on First Street. And again, just really looking at that continuing throughout the summer. Next slide, please. We are also really focusing on bringing back in-person events safely throughout the county. So you'll see a lot of that happening. We are very excited to work with our partners. I have Oktoberfest up there. That's returning to a Blue Mountain Resort September 26th, or 25th and 26th of this year. So events like that are returning. We're looking at capacity limits, even though they're being lifted, we're still doing things safely. So one of the things that we did, next slide, please, this past year was really take advantage of a lot of the opportunities that we now were able to really partner with. One of the folks we partnered with was the Valor Clinic, the Pennsylvania State Police, as well as Colossal Radio. And we provided over 400 turkeys through a drive that we did on First Street in Lehighton for our veterans through Operation Give a Gobbler. This fundraising event will be an annual event for the 4 organizations as we move forward. So we're looking forward to that. Next slide, please. So out and about with the CCEDC ambassadors is one of the highlights. We weren't able to do those ribbon cuttings, as you know, so we started a virtual ribbon cutting series. We just ended last night with the Schoenberger's series. And the ambassadors is one of our strong volunteer-led committees through the chamber. You can see the others up there: Women in Business, Business Education Partnership, our Tourism and Accommodations, and our Leadership Carbon Program. Next slide, please. And we really just wanted to highlight some of the great partners that we work with throughout the year. This was not just through 2020, but continuously. Really great partners that we've worked on some programs with. And we will continue to partner with, again, you see NEPA, Carbon County Community Foundation, Lansford Alive, the Palmerton Chamber, as well as LDI throughout the communities. And next up is Kathy Henderson. And before I step off, again, I just want to thank you, gentlemen, for all of the work that we've been doing together. It's great, you know, when you reach out to us or Kathy Henderson, and we can reach out to you as well, and to the PMBB for the partnership, invaluable, as Chris said. So thank you.
Thank you, Alice. Kathy Henderson, County Economic Development Corporation.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for
Morning.
having us. So 2020 saw challenges for all of our businesses, but we were there. EDC was there to help with PPP loans, EIDL loans, a whole wash line of different programs and loans and grants that we were able to help our local businesses with. And thankfully, some of these were in partnership with the commissioners. So we thank you very much for that support, helping us through a very trying time. So once again, this year, I've been recertified for PETA loans. They've waived our continuing ed credits due to the pandemic, so we were given a buy year. And then I also administrate the IDA programs through the chamber loan programs. We have 7 loans out right now to businesses totaling a little over $350,000. And of course, we sold the CCEDC's warehouse in Nesquehoning to Sharps Compliance last year. We closed on that in January of this year. So we have a really, really good business company in Carbon County, and they are expanding. They added a second autoclave to their system this past few months. Next slide, please. So our affiliations are here, NEPA Board of Directors, Northeast PA PREP, that's Partners for Regional Economic Performance, the NEPA Metropolitan Planning Organization that deals with transportation across the 7-county region. I'm the vice chair on that committee. Lehigh Canal Recreation Commission, the PETA, Economic Development Association, and I sit on the board for CTC Manufacturing Board of Directors. And of course, Lehigh Main Street Steering Committee. CTC, who, for those who don't know, we have clients there that are special needs clients, and helps them to learn a skill while earning some money and giving them some quality of life and enjoyment. They look forward to coming to work every day. Next slide, please. So now we're going to get into the photos of the presentation. So February of last year, before the pandemic, I attended a Balancing Nature and Commerce session in Shepherdstown, West Virginia. It was an intensive 5-day course at the National Conservation Training Center, and it took us through exercises and seminars that culminated in a team presentation at the end of the class. So those sessions included the dollars and cents of protecting community character and studies on economic resiliency in rural communities. So myself, Jerry McAward from the Outdoor Center, he was also in attendance, and as well as others from across the country and Puerto Rico. It was a really enriching experience, and I look forward to being able to do another one like that. We learned a lot of different ideas and strategies to help our local communities in rural areas. Next slide, please. So we're also involved with the Manufacturers Resource Center in the Lehigh Valley, and what's so cool about manufacturing video contest. So last year, the team from Palmerton Junior High received an award for their video and TPEI, that's Technical Processing Engineering Incorporated. They're out in Mahoning Valley. And this is a picture of the team. And on the back right corner is Slate Altenberg, who is the founder of that business. So there's teams that compete from across the Lehigh Valley and Carbon County. And it's middle school students, and they go out and tasked with videoing a manufacturer and highlighting the benefits of manufacturing. It's not just your grandfather's manufacturing anymore. It's a lot of STEM, a lot of technology that goes into these manufacturing facilities. So that's what this program wants to enhance and educate parents, not just the kids, on what's available in manufacturing. Next slide. CCTI was also there. This is their setup that they had. Manufacturing made in USA. Also, again, proves why CCTI is one of the top-notch tech schools in our state. We're very proud of all the kids and what they are able to accomplish. Next slide. Sharps Compliance, they came to the rescue early next year with much needed PPE at the very beginning of the pandemic. I made a call to the CEO in Houston, and within a day, he had a truck on its way from Houston up to Nesquehoning, and they unloaded masks, gloves, and gowns, and we took them down to the EMA center, and they were distributed to all of our first responders. So we were very grateful to Sharps. They're an excellent company to partner with, and we're so glad to have them here in Carbon. Next slide, please. So the Exeter warehouse on Route 940 in Kidder Township, We've received a $1 million RCAP grant to assist them with construction of the 980,000 square foot warehouse. That should be completed in spring of next year, I believe. We had a groundbreaking for that facility about a month ago. Next slide. St. Luke's Carbon Campus, the signing of the beam for St. Luke's Carbon Hospital facility. So we're so excited to have two world-class hospitals fighting over Carbon County right now. It's awesome to have that quality of healthcare for our citizens. And we're looking forward to both of them being open and operational. Next slide, please. And of course, you guys remember that one, celebrating the dedication of the DNL pedestrian bridge. That was a long time in coming and is such a great benefit to Carbon County and beyond. Next slide. Also, Lehigh Valley raised their beam just a few weeks ago. Another exciting construction project to watch going up. I've been taking ongoing pictures from Walmart's parking lot as it goes through the process. So it's really interesting to see what's happening. Next slide, please. And of course, we are heavily involved in public policy advocacy. So we keep our fingers on the pulse of what's happening at both state and federal levels of government. And then we advocate for our members and businesses in Carbon County. So we do that by being members of the State Association's Public Policy Board, as well as the Greater Lehigh Valley Chamber's Advocacy Committee. Next slide, please. And there's still more work to do. There's always more work to do. I call it job security. Our ongoing projects, our Jim Thorpe Traffic and Parking Project. We had a meeting yesterday with the chief and with a member of Jim Thorpe Borough and with Tim Berger from Representative Heffley's office to keep moving on the strategic plan that we had done, the study that we had done about a year or two ago. So we're taking it to the next level. We've identified some projects and some crossings, pedestrian crossings throughout the borough that we want to attack first. And we are looking forward to working with the county on putting together some grants, multimodal grants this year are not requiring a match through December 31st of this year. And so we're looking at doing several different grants to help with that project. So we'll be in touch with you, gentlemen, as we go forward. Of course, the broadband project, Chris and I are working on that one. It's a very, very needed project in Carbon County to make sure all of our citizens have access to the internet for school, for work, and for healthcare. KIZ district, that's Keystone Innovation Zone. We're working with East Stroudsburg University in identifying areas in the county that we can set aside for zones that will enhance internet and IT businesses and startups. So we're looking at also doing incubator space as well as business accelerator spaces and utilizing East Stroudsburg University's benefits. I can't think of the other word, but we're working together. It's just a project that's starting out. We're starting in Lehighton first, unless we find a different area in somewhere else that we can start with that project. The CDBG grants, I'm working with Dave Bodner on that. We're just getting that off the ground. Of course, we worked with Chris and PMVB on the hotel tax disbursement. Those are done for the spring round, and we'll be opening them again in the fall. Still working on some other locations for warehousing in the county. The Height Main Street program is looking at becoming an actual program now. We're looking to move to the next level of having an actual, not just a committee, but a program itself that is going to be run by a hired person to make it happen. The DCED Engage initiative that's ongoing, that is something that we interview manufacturers in Carbon County and see what their needs are and see how we can help them. And then any products that we don't have at CCEDC, we can refer them to either NEPA or to the SBDC at Wilkes University or any of our other neighboring economic development organizations. We're working on 2 more PETA loans for St. Luke's projects. We closed on one this past January for the Palmerton project. That was a $2 million loan. We just started application for another loan in Jim Thorpe for St. Luke's project there. And also we were approved to do one in Northampton County, which is not normal for us to do cross county borders, but we were requested by the developer to handle that loan for the Shanersville Road project, also a St. Luke's facility. And then, of course, administrate the RCAP grant for Exeter for the warehouse project. That is just starting out as well. Next slide. And we're open for business. So I want to thank the commissioners for allowing us to share with you today what we're doing. And thank you for your partnership and all your assistance in everything that we do. Of course, thanks to Chris and the team at PMVB. You know, we work better with partnerships. So thank you again for your time.
Okay, any quick questions for Alice or Kathy? Good, okay, thank you. Okay, we'll move on.
Report of executive session held.
There was one executive session held at 8:40 a.m. this morning, May 27th, for personnel reasons.
Budget transfers as listed on transmittal.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arndt?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Supplemental appropriations.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arndt?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Expenditures, approval of payroll check number 73356 through 73388, and direct deposit check number 6030622 through 6031042 for the payroll paid through the payroll fund checking account for all county funds totaling $624,290.08 for payroll dated May 21st, 2021.
Motion to ratify.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Approval of check numbers 220921 through 221320 for expenditures through the general fund clearing account as follows, totaling $866,413.63.
Move to approve.
Second.
Treasurer's report.
Roll call.
Oh, call you best.
I'm sorry.
For the-
Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Now treasurer's report.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes, this time I'd like to call on the treasurer to make a little announcement here, if you will.
Okay, two things. Number one, I didn't realize that Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau was coming today. But if you look on the list of bills being paid, we have our first quarter distribution being paid out. For the first quarter of this year, we collected $421,758.64. A distribution of 96% will be going to Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau for $404,888.29, and the county retaining 4% to cover the administration of the hotel tax collection, $16,870.35. Not on this report, because this report, treasurer's report, ended last Friday, but this week we have just received and receipted the first half of the COVID ARP money, and that is $6,233,300.50. So that's approximately half of the $12,466,000 that we're anticipating. And that money has been put into a segregated account.
Thank you, treasurer. Okay.
Personnel report.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Correspondence as listed, copies made available to the press upon request. Advertising request, Area Agency on Aging. For approval, authorize the re-advertisement to extend the proposals for the Personal Emergency Response System to June 7th, 2021.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
CDBG CV. For approval, authorize the advertisement of a Zoom public notice regarding proposed modifications to Franklin Township for years 2018, 19, and 20, Mahoning Township for year 2018, Community Development Block Grant Funds, and Lehighton Borough CDBG CV 2020 as follows.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Archives for approval and execution, work-based learning program agreement between the county and Carbon Lehigh Intermediate Unit Number 21 for the 2021-2022 school year, allowing young adults with disabilities on-the-job training in the Archives Department.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
CCCT Atlanta for approval and execution, amendment to the management agreement between the county and the Lehigh and Northampton Transportation Authority to operate and manage the county's public transportation services. This amendment extends the current agreement for 6 months with an expiration date of December 31st, 2021. The administrative service fee for this extension is $62,500.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Correctional Facility for approval and execution, an agreement with Johnson Controls Fire Protection of Allentown, Pennsylvania, for the repairs to an open circuit at the Carbon County Correctional Facility at a cost of $841.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Courthouse Elevator Project for approval and execution, proposal from ACM Associates Incorporated of Allentown, Pennsylvania, for asbestos and lead testing for the elevator replacement project. Cost is $200 plus $25 for each asbestos sample and $35 for each lead sample taken.
Motion to approve and execute on discussion then.
Second.
I just wanted to do a little clarification on here. Like as soon as everybody sees lead and asbestos, they panic. We don't know if there's lead and asbestos in there, but it's like a standard procedure. When you put things out for bid, it has to be checked. So I hope it isn't in tomorrow's newspaper that, oh my God, the courthouse has asbestos. But that's standard procedure, what goes into the contract. Thank you.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Emergency Management for approval, state fiscal year 2021 hazardous material response fund, budget for the grant performance period of July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2022, in the amount of $8,514.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Insurance for approval, 2021, 2022, insurance renewal, producers commission rate.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Before renewal, for approval, 2021, 2022, insurance renewal with the Pennsylvania County's risk pool for the period June 1st, 2021 through May 31st, 2022, at a total cost of $348,095, which is an increase of $46,156, with the payment option of 50/50.
Yeah. So I'll move to modify this motion to include Will Donner's insurance agency's offer to reduce the commission from 7 to 3.5%.
I'll second that.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Planning and Development for approval and execution, project activity completion extension request to the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development, requesting extensions of completion dates for the following community development block grant projects: the Heighton Borough sidewalk replacement ADA handicap ramps, federal fiscal year 2016 from 10/17/20 to 7/30/21.
Motion. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Lower Town Township, Aquashikwa Playground. Federal fiscal year 2016 from 10/17/20 to 7/30/21.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
CDBG for approval and execution for year 2020 cooperative cooperation agreement with the Community Development Block Grant and CDBG BGCB projects for entitlement communities as listed. Franklin Township, $94,922. Jim Thorpe Borough, $100,393. Lehighton Borough, $107,971. Mahoney Township, $95,375. And Pomerton Borough, $107,064.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
CDBG-CV for approval and execution, reimbursement agreement with Lehighton Ambulance Association through the four-year 2020 CDBG-CV funds, Lehighton Borough allocation in the amount of $13,872.15.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes, and just for clarification, that CDBG money is the Community Development Block Grant. CV is COVID funding.
Lister's report?
Thank you. 4476 Susquehanna Street project for ratification, acceptance of proposal from the Real McCoy janitorial professionals of Allentown for power washing the 76 Susquehanna Street building. Proposal is in the amount of $4,104.50, plus the alternate for the back of the building, $1,402.44, for a total of $5,504.94. Work to be completed late August or September.
Motion approved.
Second.
Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Emergency Operations and Training Center for approval and execution and agreeing with Boyle Construction of Allentown to provide construction manager services for the Emergency Operation and Training Center project. The cost is pre-construction, time and material. Construction is a fixed fee of $216,000 and post-construction a fixed fee of $15,000.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Litigation for approval and execution and engagement agreement with McNeese, Wallace, and Newark of York, Pennsylvania for defense of the Carbon County Pathonetary class action suit. Costs are attached May 24, 21 letter of engagement.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Right-of-way agreement, PPL for approval and execution. PPL right-of-way agreement for one pole, two pad-mounted transformers, overhead and underground facilities per the attached plan, which is on the railroad property.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
There's one additional item under the solicitor's report. We're requesting for approval and execution of food and concession agreement with Pamela Snare of Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, for the food and concession stand at Buck Chunk Lake Park.
Move to approve and execute the concession agreement.
Second.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes, and that was last minute because we had to have the insurance certificate, et cetera, before we approve it, and they can now legally open on this coming weekend, so,
That's all.
okay.
For the business?
Under further business for the county, tomorrow morning, we'll be having our memorial program, hopefully in Josiah White Park at 9:30 a.m., weather permitting. We'll do an executive order here. It will be nice for our veterans tomorrow for Memorial Day program. Just in case things don't work out, we'll be at the Jim Thorpe School up on Center Avenue. Limited parking, please carpool if necessary. So look forward to seeing everyone there. And as the only other thing I'll add right away, being Memorial Day weekend, I certainly encourage our residents to come out to an appropriate Memorial Day program in or near their communities and show support for not only our veterans, but at least to honor those that made the alternate sacrifice and died. So please take the time out of their lives to honor those that did a great commitment or even sacrificed their life for our country and our freedom. Okay?
Commissioner reports?
Ron, would you mind putting my PowerPoint presentation up?
There's only one slide.
Yeah.
problem, I clicked the right button.
I mean, Ron did report on the American Rescue Fund that we're getting, but we are going to be looking into it next week. Jeff is coming in, we're gonna go over things, what we can use the money for. I think one of the big things is like for filtration systems for in the courthouse and whatever we could use it for. Onto the dog shelter. I think last week there was a report put out about the dog shelter and everybody said, oh my God, the state gave you a bad review. That was not from the state. We did actually get a review from the state and it was good, which is cleanliness and taking care of the dogs. That report was suggestions that they wanted that we should enhance the property. And right now, hopefully like next week, we'll have things on the agenda, but we did get quotes in for blacktopping, sheltered areas, grazing areas. So we are going to enhance that. And on that subject also, at the dog shelter under this rescue plan, there would probably be money for that, which was that ventilation system for in the dog shelter. So these are things that will not cost the county any, cost the taxpayers anything. Onto the building project, the 76 building, the second floor will have its furniture installed next week. And the second floor will be completely done. The first floor, 76, is projected June 30th to finish with all the work in there. And then the furniture will be installed the second week of July. The D&L trail, hopefully with all the changes that we made to improve things, will start the work again next week also. And one other thing I just have, I know the Weatherly Cemetery has gotten a lot of media with what happened up there with that cold case that was opened up. But we're going up there today and we're going to have a local historian go over it because there's a lot more history there than just that one case. That cemetery was opened in 1851 and it was actually the original place of the county home before Weatherly was opened in 1972. So we're going to try to get there by 12 o'clock and I might buy pizzas for the workers that are working up there, but I don't tell the rest of the county or everybody else who wants some, but the media or whoever wants to go up and look at it, our workers are up there. They're painting the crosses, they're repairing the crosses. And, that cemetery needs just as much respect as any other one in the county. So I thank our workers. And one other thing, I want to thank Colleen for getting through today. We put her in a spot and she did an excellent job. So thank you, Colleen. And that is the end of my report.
Yeah, I'll just reemphasize Commissioner Zarner's statement that the operational and risk management review that was conducted by Lehigh Valley Humane Society in collaboration with Peace Corps was initiated from the Commissioner's office. It was our request to have that done so we could have an azimuth or a strategic plan way ahead in regards to the animal shelter. So again, thanks to them. The director of Mock Chunk Lake Park wanted me to emphasize that the beach will, and all swim areas in the beach will be open commencing Saturday morning at 10 a.m. And he continues to seek and has on the county employment site requests for maintenance personnel, seasonal maintenance personnel. That's all I have.
No, I covered the one thing I already wanted to bring up about the Motor Day program, so that's all I have for today. So, meeting adjourned. Amy.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
With regards to the litigation, what is the civil or class action suit?
Two of the school districts in Delaware County, I believe it is, filed suit against the Proprietary's office. Carbon was one of the 57 counties named out of the 67 in the lawsuit for proprietary fees. They thought was excessive in that. So I was assured by Kayla Semmel here that ours are within, the parameters of what the lawsuit is saying, but the County Commissioners Association, and that's where the company McNeil come in, they have joined in the court case to represent the prothonotary's offices throughout the Commonwealth, because it's could be a potentially huge cost to the counties if it's found that they overcharged. It could be quite a bit of fun. I don't even know what the number would be, but you have to look at the Association of Prothonotaries on the statewide. There's only 67 people. They do not have the financial resources to be able to litigate something of this nature. They can't afford the lawyers and that. The County Commissioners Association did step up to the plate because it is a huge financial possibility that the counties would have to face. So we're in it for the fight, and hopefully we'll be successful on behalf of all the counties that were named in the suit.
Thank you, that's all I have.
Kelly?
Good morning. Is there any update on the election results? Are they done yet?
I don't know if the provisionals all done.
Oh, wait, no, the provisionals were not counted yet. So it's, I don't know how close some of the races are, some not gonna matter. It won't be official. I think we have, what, June 2nd, I think.
The
we have
2nd,
our
June
scheduled,
2nd.
Meeting to certify the votes. So between now and then, they will be going over everything with a fine tooth comb, including counting the provisionals, etc. And we'll certify the vote on June 2nd.
What time is the meeting?
What time are we gonna certify?
Probably 9 o'clock, yeah, 9 o'clock.
Yes, 9 AM at
Yeah.
the election office.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
Hey, Dominic.
And I'm done as well. Thank you guys so much.
Okay.
Good.